Imagine you're always available, responding to emails, checking social media, and jumping from task to task. Sounds like normal life, right? But here's a shocking fact. People who multitask regularly are actually 40% less productive than those who focus on one thing at a time. Yes, 40%. This constant availability drains your creativity and leaves you feeling stuck. What if I told you the key to unlocking your best ideas is actually in doing the opposite? Stepping away. Disconnecting. Giving yourself some space. In this video, we'll dive into the surprising truth behind creativity. We'll explore why saying no can make you more productive, how boredom sparks brilliant ideas, and why being disconnected could be the best thing for your creative flow. Stick with us to discover how stopping everything could be the one thing that changes everything for you. Chapter 1. The Art of Disappearing. Why saying no unlocks creativity. You've heard it a million times. Just say no. But it's more than just a mantra. Saying no to distractions, requests, or non-essential tasks is one of the best ways to protect your creativity. When you're constantly available, your mind is pulled in all directions. This interrupts your flow and makes it harder to dive into creative work. Studies show that people who set strong boundaries are more focused and productive. In fact, a study from the University of California found that multitasking, often a result of constant availability, reduces productivity by 40%. Creativity thrives in an environment of focus and solitude. Saying no isn't just about avoiding stress, it's about preserving the mental space you need to develop new ideas. The more you practice saying no, the more you'll notice how much easier it becomes to think creatively. Chapter 2. Embrace boredom. The creative power of doing nothing in today's fast-paced world. Boredom is often seen as a waste of time. But did you know that boredom can actually fuel your creativity? When you allow yourself to be bored, you give your brain the space it needs to wander and come up with new ideas. Research from the University of Central Lancashire showed that people who embraced boredom were more likely to come up with creative solutions to problems. When you aren't distracted, your brain has the freedom to make unexpected connections. If you're feeling stuck, try simply doing nothing for a while. Whether it's sitting in silence or going for a walk, giving your brain room to breathe can open up a whole new world of creative possibilities. Chapter 3. The Quiet Rebellion. Creating in the shadows. Many people think creativity has to be loud, public, and instant. But some of the best work happens in the quiet, behind the scenes, when you're not seeking attention. In fact, Carl Jung once said, "Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart." Creativity isn't always about being in the spotlight. In fact, some of the most iconic creative works were born in private spaces, away from the public eye. Think about it. Artists, writers, and innovators often do their best work in solitude, with no one watching or judging. This quiet rebellion of turning inward is where you can truly express your unique self. Stop worrying about what others think, and focus on your own ideas. The less you care about external validation, the more authentic your creativity will become. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to dive deeper into unlocking your creative potential. We've got a lot more to explore. Chapter 4. The Gift of Silence. Let your mind wander. Silence is often underrated in our noisy world. But did you know that silence is actually one of the best tools for unlocking creativity? In a study by the University of Groningen, researchers found that people exposed to silence were better at solving creative problems than those in noisy environments. When you give yourself moments of silence, you allow your subconscious mind to take the lead. This is when those aha moments happen, the moments when a solution or idea seems to appear out of nowhere. Silence creates the perfect space for your mind to wander, form connections, and discover new perspectives. So, try to incorporate silence into your day. Whether it's a few minutes of quiet before bed or a longer stretch of time during the day, embracing silence can make a huge difference in your creative output. Chapter 5. Cultivate mystery. How uncertainty sparks innovation. What if uncertainty wasn't something to avoid, but something to embrace? Many creative breakthroughs come from stepping into the unknown. When you don't have all the answers, your mind is forced to explore new ideas and pathways. Carl Jung believed that the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. This acceptance often comes from navigating uncertainty and learning to trust the process. Think about it. Some of the most revolutionary ideas in history came from people who didn't have a clear vision of the end result. From Albert Einstein's theories to Steve Jobs' innovation with Apple, uncertainty was their playground. By leaning into the unknown, you allow your creativity to flourish without the limits of certainty. Chapter 6. Disconnection is connection. Why creators need time away from the world. In a world that constantly demands our attention, disconnection might seem counterproductive. But taking time away from the noise of technology and social media is essential for creative growth. When you disconnect, you reconnect with yourself and your ideas. According to a study by the University of California, spending too much time on social media actually reduces your creativity by draining your mental resources. Instead, when you step away from these distractions, you give your brain the space to form new ideas and solve problems. The next time you feel overwhelmed, try disconnecting for a while. Take a break from your phone, social media, or email, and give yourself the gift of uninterrupted thinking. You'll be surprised at how quickly new creative ideas emerge when you give yourself the time and space to think freely. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There's so much more to uncover about creativity, and you won't want to miss it. Creativity isn't about being constantly available or plugged into the world around you. It's about creating the space to think deeply, explore new ideas, and challenge your own assumptions. By embracing strategies like saying no, welcoming boredom, and disconnecting from the world, you can unlock your true creative potential. Remember, creativity thrives in spaces of solitude, silence, and uncertainty. So, next time you feel stuck, take a step back and give yourself the time and space to recharge. As Carl Jung wisely said, when you stop being available, everything changes.